Good morning and welcome to The Financial Edge, your deep dive into the markets. Today, we navigate a fascinating confluence, India's financial landscape buzzing with a blockbuster IPO and robust growth signals, while globally, investors grapple with the Federal Reserve's hawkish stance and evolving tech narratives. From Dalal Street's revaluation to Wall Street's cautious optimism, we'll uncover the forces shaping your portfolio. This week, India takes center stage with monumental corporate actions and policy stability, but global developments cannot be ignored. Let's dissect the critical headlines driving sentiment. Kicking off in India, the RBI held its repo rate unchanged, projecting India's real GDP growth at 6.9%. This stability boosted confidence, with the rupee posting its longest winning run in a year, driven by exporter flows and bank dollar sales. Bank of Baroda eyes a $500 million dollar bond sale under RBI's hedge window, signaling optimism. PM Modi highlighted India's transformative growth and doubled development indicators over 12 years, reinforcing a bullish narrative despite global uncertainties, as echoed by Bajaj Finserv AMC. Now, for India's headline event, the National Stock Exchange, or NSE, is nearing its long-awaited IPO. Anticipated as India's largest ever, it could raise around 30,000 crore rupees. This offering's scale could significantly impact Dalal Street's market capitalization, with estimates suggesting a staggering 5 lakh rupees crore valuation. Reuters already calls it one of India's largest IPOs. NSE appointed a record 20 merchant bankers for this mega issue, an offer for sale. This listing represents a structural turning point for India's financial markets. The NSE IPO buzz isn't just about size, it's the monumental windfall awaiting early investors. Bloomberg suggests NSE's IPO may deliver an astounding 6,400-fold return for some backers. Moneycontrol.com highlights prominent figures like Radhakishan Damani, Rakesh Munjal, Chris Gopalkrishnan, and Ashish Noronha are set for multi-crore gains. Institutional players like LIC and Niacal saw shares rise after the DRHP filing. These long-term shareholders, including LIC with its 10% stake held due to a 70-year-old law, are eyeing thousands of crores, making this a generational wealth creation event. While the NSE IPO promises massive returns, it also brings complexities. The DRHP filing revealed a Bombay High Court plea probing foreign shareholding, adding legal intrigue. Business Standard also reports an accidental shareholder dispute. Cyber risks to LIC's stake and broader exchange security are key considerations. The listing naturally draws comparisons with rival BSE. PL Capital analysts suggest BSE shares still have a buy rating, with a potential 21% upside, as the market weighs the Bourse duopoly amidst speculative trading crackdowns. The IPO's impact on BSE's growth will be a critical watch point. Shifting to individual corporate movers, State Bank of India's board cleared a record 60,000 crore rupees fundraise for FY27, signaling aggressive growth. Bajaj Auto set 24th June as the record date for its 5,632 crore rupees share buyback. Veteran investor Madhu Kela becomes an investor in Lloyds Engineering Works as part of the Siscol acquisition, slated to receive nearly 73 lakh shares. The defense sector continues its strong run. Multibagger Paras Defense and Space Technologies jumped 5% to a record high, showcasing robust interest in India's growing defense manufacturing. These highlight a dynamic corporate landscape. Several blue-chip companies are turning ex-dividend soon. HDFC Bank, Tata Motors Passenger Vehicles, Dalmia Bharat, Indian Hotels Company, and Hindustan Unilever are prominent names. Simply Wall Street advises caution for Hindustan Unilever, not to buy just for the dividend, but suggests considering Indian hotels. In growth news, Nykaa outlined an aggressive long-term business expansion plan. Kirloskar Ferrous Industries received a significant export order. Nagraj Shetty recommended Indian Railway Finance Corporation, or IRFC, and Lloyds Enterprises as short-term buys, suggesting opportunities in a buoyant market. Overall, Indian markets show strong bullish momentum. Both Sensex and Nifty ended higher, led by robust gains in PSU banks, healthcare, and realty stocks. The Nifty 50 sustained gains above the critical 24,000 mark, even pushing above 24,100. Markets recovered early lost ground and traded higher. The broader market rise in tandem suggests widespread participation and confidence. This strong performance, especially with key sectors leading, paints a positive picture for India's equity markets, inviting investors to assess opportunities carefully as the rally continues. Turning our gaze to the global stage, the U.S. Federal Reserve remains a focal point. Wall Street is recovering from a recent Fed-induced slump, with the S&P 500 closing higher and Nasdaq climbing nearly 2% fueled by chips. July Fed rate hike wagers are driving bond futures volume, and Kalshi traders see over 50% odds the Fed will hike this year. This makes next week's inflation data even more crucial. Former Fed officials suggest a hawkish March Fed is expected. Separately, the Trump administration temporarily cut student loan interest rates for borrowers on autopay, offering some relief. In global corporate news, tech giants make significant moves. Apple's upcoming price hikes are good for the company but not for consumers, reflecting pricing power. Amazon investigates engineers who criticized its AI data center expansion while pushing its AI chip ambitions, suggesting the AI trade could shift to Nvidia. In EV batteries, QuantumScape shares climbed after it inked a solid-state battery research deal with Honda, signaling potential breakthroughs. Moderna broke out, and Jabil Incorporated is under analyst scrutiny, reflecting active movements across diverse industries. Private market darling, SpaceX, captures investor attention. Michael Burry, the renowned big short investor, made a bold call on the SpaceX trade. However, for the average buyer post-IPO, the journey has been rocky, many underwater after a recent two-day slide. Despite this, a research firm predicts SpaceX shares to more than double to above $400, highlighting divergent views. Compounding excitement, SpaceX's epic fundraising campaign for AI has just begun, demonstrating its ambitious pivot into artificial intelligence and continued expansion. This interplay of bullish calls and market volatility makes SpaceX a compelling watch. In commodities, the Strait of Hormuz crisis has seen de-escalation. The U.S. Navy ended its blockade, and Saudi oil tankers resumed crossings. This reopening allows East Asian refiners to eye a fuel sale boost, though oil is set for a deep weekly loss as traffic inches up, signaling easing supply concerns. Meanwhile, nuclear energy stocks are surging. Oklo and Centrus Energy jumped after signing a significant uranium deal. Further, the U.S. nuclear pilot program notched its second reactor breakthrough, and Standard Nuclear filed for a U.S. IPO, pushing for reactor fuel, underscoring nuclear power's resurgence. Beyond the US and India, other Asian markets present a mixed bag. South Korea's KOSPI extended its record run, with Samsung and SK Hynix hitting all-time highs, reflecting robust semiconductor performance. However, MSCI flagged concerns over Indonesia's information flow and identified market hurdles in South Korea, indicating potential risks. Geopolitical tensions, specifically the Iran war, severely impacted Southeast Asian earnings, with Philippine and Thai earnings being the worst hit. In Japan, a significant push for corporate growth over value is setting off skepticism, highlighting nuanced market development across the region. Rounding out our global coverage, Bank of America explores ways to boost its attractive dividend yield, appealing to income investors. Schwab warns of potential margin calls as concerns over tax bets mount, urging vigilance for leveraged portfolios. In private credit, Oaktree Private Credit Fund redemptions dropped below the key 5% limit, indicating stabilization. However, the crypto market saw a shake-up with the crypto treasury dream unraveling after a 90% stock plunge, reminding investors of digital asset volatility. California also counts on an IPO tax windfall, though factors complicate that equation. As we conclude, investors navigate a dual landscape, robust domestic opportunity in India and evolving global uncertainties. India's growth, underscored by RBI stability, monumental IPOs like NSE, and strategic corporate actions from SBI and Bajaj Auto, provides a strong bullish foundation. Simultaneously, global markets, influenced by the Fed's stance, technological advancements from Apple and Amazon, and the dynamic energy sector, demand careful consideration. The key is to remain agile, informed, and strategic in balancing these powerful market forces. Thank you for joining us on The Financial Edge. We'll see you next time.